This video is going to show how the TI-83 or the TI-84 plus calculator can be used to solve statistical questions on hypothesis testing. Enjoy. In this sample question, it is stated that in Texas, the average IQ score is 101.5, the variable is normally distributed, and the population standard deviation is 15. The school principal claims that the students in her school district have an IQ higher than the average of 101.5. She selects a random sample of 30 students and finds the mean of test scores to be 106.4. Test the claim at alpha equals 0.05. So to solve this question, the first thing we need to do is to write the null hypothesis, which will be h naught equals u naught equals 101.5. Then we also write the alternative hypothesis, which will be h1, h subscript 1 is equal to u, which is the mean, subscript 1 is greater than 101.5. Always remember the null hypothesis. In most cases, we always state that there is no difference, so it's stating that it's still equal to 101.5. To use the TI-83 or 84 graphing calculator to solve the question we just read, the first step is you press Stat on the calculator, and then you move the cursor to Test, and then you press 1 for Z-test, and we'll be using the Z-test because the standard deviation was provided in the question. If the standard deviation was not provided in the question, we use the T-test. Then you move the cursor to Stats, and then you press Enter, and then you type in the appropriate values from the question, and then you move the cursor to the appropriate alternative hypothesis, and then you press Enter. In this case, for this question, you select u is greater than u naught because the question talks about greater, more than, and then you move the cursor to calculate, and then you press Enter. After you get your Z value from the calculator, you need to determine the critical value to find out if you have to reject the null hypothesis or not. And to find out the critical value, the first thing you do is you use 1 minus alpha, which was provided in the question. Alpha was given to us as 0.05, so 1 minus 0.05 is 0.95. Then you find the Z value of 0.95 using your TI-83 or 84 plus calculator, or you use the Z distribution table, the cumulative normal distribution table. So to use the calculator, you click on the second button, and then you click on distribution, DISTR, which is above the VARS button, and then you click on number 3, which is going to give you INVNORM, and then you impute the value 0.95 on the area, and then you leave the U as 0, and you leave the row value as 1, which is what a standard normal deviation value should be, and then you press Enter, and then you get a value of 1.645. So since the Z value of the hypothesis 1.78 is more than the critical value 1.645, the null hypothesis has to be rejected for this question.